Yes.
Oh, I suck.
Hi.
Can you hear me good?
You're fine. Yeah.
I don't hear you. Ah, mm. Actually, I want to rest with you, but there are also so many. So maybe I speak something. You posted from Nisaragata, the only happiness is the happiness of conscious being. And I know it's true. I had glimpses of this, but then it seems to be that I'm far away because of these problems. Okay, then I tell myself, so be a conscious being and then no problems. Yeah. But I also got the information that in the lungs there's connection to depression, old emotional wounds, which are not allowed to heal and not allowed to take the life in, really. So maybe can you have a look to my lungs or let's say, yeah.
Just for fun. If that if there is information like that in the system,
I have to make it a little bit longer. Oh,
okay.
just a minute. Yes, just for fun.
If there is information like that in the system, at what layer would it be at? Would it be at the layer of being, the layer of personality, the layer of conditioning, the layer of
Yeah, conditioning. I can see it
okay.
clearly.
Okay. So if there's some conditioning, then what does it have to do with you? I can understand. Yes, it's like maybe I can release it and then my body will be different or whatever.
So it's not worth looking at it if
To me,
I want to.
yeah, to me, it's like every moment is precious.
Yes,
And so we have this moment.
yes, I know.
And how sweetly can we be in this moment? So it's like being here with what our primary interest is.
Mm.
Being surrendered or being unconditional love. I don't know, whatever words resonate for you. It's just like body's going to do what it's going to do. It's it's got its program. It's pretty much it's
Yes. And if any healing should happen, should that's the best to be this. Yeah, that's the
exactly
only thing.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
At least that's how it seems to me. Yeah. I guess everyone has to find for themselves. It just comes back to the simplicity. This moment is all we have. And this moment is most often interpreted through ideas and thoughts about could be, how it should be, a whole bunch of stuff. And then there's the possibility of just receiving this moment as the beloved. I don't know, trying to find words for an invitation.
But then, yeah, yeah, I get this. Yeah. But then I also want to make my life as beautiful as possible. And
Yes,
then, yeah, and I'm
moment
doing
by
this,
moment by moment.
yeah,
That's it.
and I'm doing this parasite medicine,
Yeah,
and there's
good.
a very strong diet, and
Mhm.
I'm fed of it. It really takes joy away and freedom away, and so I ask, shall I leave it, or do I have to do more scans and all this? And really, there's a big no against all this. But
You know, in the end, I don't think anybody can tell you.
uh,
It's how to say this. You're here. Somehow life has brought you to this interest in truth, love, peace. And it seems to me you can be on a diet or anything and still have this love affair. And you can be in life in a way that just like kind of that's not your priority. So
say this again, please.
you know when the priority when the priority is very clear, this moment is what we have. In this moment, there's an interest in peace, love, beauty.
Mhm.
then the rest doesn't matter. You diet or you don't diet, you know, whatever, you go for scans or you don't. I don't think much of that matters. Then it's just you'll either do it or you won't.
It's not easy for the mind to understand that it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hmm. But yeah.
So here now, it's like we can space. You could say we can disassociate from this physical process that we call the body, or we can feel it. Yeah, feeling the breath, feeling the colors, the sounds, the different sensations, being alive to them. Or we can be busy with thoughts and ideas. And just, feeling just how the flow of information between these bodies, just being alive to it in a very gentle, simple way. See how that feels. Tell me what you notice, if anything.
We have more. No, I don't hear you really. I'm sorry. I take this. You just asked me.
Yeah, how does it feel just to be alive to this moment?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the happiness of being there.
Mm. Mm.
Thank you so much.
Mm. Oh, Tina. Hey,
Right. You.
ah, Satori.
I
Oh,
love it,
Satori.
love it.
Ah, so two.
Can I ask you something quickly, please?
You just did.
Um, when we're resting, I've noticed when we're resting, and I felt like this mind is tricking sometimes. It's like I can feel I'm resting. It's deeply resting. Then this mind will come and say, "Oh, this is good," and like how it's just adding a thinking, even when it's coming. Oh, that's so good. Like, how can we? Is there a way this goes away?
Just to recognize it's a thought that comes along, that's all.
Yeah, like
Somehow,
it's just
that habit to want to label everything. It's
yes,
an old habit. It's just
yes.
so nothing has to change, nothing has to be different. It's just noticing that there is that habit. It comes, it goes. It's nothing
Yeah.
to do anything about. It's just a habit.
And sometimes it's resting, and I can feel it's leveling. Oh, it's so good. And sometimes it's coming you as an expression of Isaac. It's like, oh yeah, I can trust this energy. I can trust this expression. And he's driving the plane, and I will just sit on the back seat. It's like it's just leveling or doing something, even when it's resting. Just recognizing those, that's it.
Mhm.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ah, Luciana. Hey. Bottom left corner, there's that little red button. You can find it.
Yeah, right.
Ah, you got it. Cool.
Thanks.
Mhm. All right. Different. Bottom left on your screen is a little red button, and then I can hear you. Yeah, now I can hear you. Hmm? You did unmute, but I don't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Ah, Christian. Hey, Christian.
Hi, Isaac. I have a problem. Would like to explore with you and maybe ask your opinion, or it's around gurus. So you could say I'm somehow with several. So I met Thomas Hübel a long time ago, and on the Celebrate Life Festival I met you. And then I met Igor Kufayev, and so they are all somehow still around me. And then last year, the autobiography of a yogi, somehow I saw it and read it and and you can apply for this teaching letters. I don't know if you know that, to learn the Kriya Yoga, which is a special technique that says it's a very quick way to God in the words Yogananda uses. And I can feel for myself there's always there's written somehow you have to decide for one guru, and there's this guru principle in the Bhagavad Gita I heard, and I can feel, but there's also a young part. Am I allowed to learn that Kriya Yoga if I never met Yogananda? How can I make him my guru? In that times, do we need a guru? And I can see that I'm getting very confused
No problem.
in
So
that.
let's just start with some very basic sentences, and you see if it resonates for you. Who you are, you already are. So it's not a question of getting anywhere. It's a question of very gently recognizing that which you are. And that can't be taught, that can't be, it's not, it's just a pointing. It's just like, so at best, what you call a guru is a finger pointing at the moon. At the moon. That's it. Pointing you at yourself. So it's I'd say a super valid question. It's like, because the interest is to be peace itself, to be love itself.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
And so, and that's moment by moment. That's only this moment, this moment, this moment, this moment. And it has nothing to do with the technique or anything. It really has to do with resting, I would say. Really resting as who you've always been.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of subtly promoting a search or promoting getting somewhere or something like that that goes on in this field. To me, it seems like that's not helpful, actually. It just keeps seeking alive. And once we're seeking, when we don't stop, we need to just stop. So the seeking came about because there was some sense of not being at ease, some sense of disease. And so the interest is to be peace itself. So, which is your nature, which is who you are already. That's the joke, yeah.
That's
So,
true.
yeah. You know, I know Thomas, I know Igor, and I know a bunch of the people that are on the circuit, all sweet expressions of life, you know, just,
Yeah.
and with luck, they just invite you to recognize who you are and have always been. That, you know, Popchi used to say, at best, in this function, we're finger pointing at the moon. If you've seen the moon, you can point somewhere. But he said, if you look, every finger is crooked, so don't be, just look where the finger's pointing, that's it. Yeah. And in one sense, it's just like, you know, once you recognize, okay, there's this awareness that's always here. And the awareness is not anything you can say what it is. It's just here, you know? So it's like, and everything is appearing in thoughts, perceptions, feelings, ideas, everything. Yet the silent backdrop is this awareness, always, 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 always. So, you know, it's clear there's been conditioning. It's clear there's been trauma in our ancestry, which we carry. But if the idea is that you have to get rid of all of that before you know who you are, then you believe
Busy life.
Yeah. To me, it's like, okay, there's a recognition, there's that guy, there is all of that, but yet that awareness is here. And to me, the simplicity of Rama and Papaji's invitation is simply know that you're that. And anything else, you know, Rama's invitation is like, no matter what comes up, if some discomfort comes up, who's aware of it? I am. Bring your attention back to awareness or source or whatever you want to call it.
And that is what exactly happening while we're speaking. I was
Absolutely.
like
That's
confused this morning after reading, and now getting back, I can feel like
yes, just you're already
relaxing.
You know, Yogananda, beautiful. I read that book of his autobiography. Beautiful book.
Beautiful.
I also see that it promotes this idea of getting somewhere and stuff like that. So for me, it's like, yes, I could. Thank you. I get it. And somehow the simplicity of this, I would say, of direct inquiry without trying to get anywhere, just then it's not a, you know, then it's here now. It's not getting anywhere. It's just here. And then all that can happen, the only thing that can happen is our attention moves. Our attention follows a thought or a feeling, and confusion happens. That's it. But then you ask, who's aware of this confusion? I am. It's awareness, yeah.
Yeah.
No need to deal with the confusion, no need to do anything with it. Just and you know, in my view, there's there's different systems. The Tibetans, they all have many, many teachers. The Dalai Lama still has teachers. And they you know, it's just like it's different pointing. Sometimes something clicks when someone points in a certain way, or energetically something resonates. So no problem with that. Just, you know, it's when it gets confusing is when it moves into the perspective of being a seeker or something. Other than you're just drinking, you know, it's like listening to different songs or different musicians. And in the Tibetan tradition, they say, you know, there'll be one expression that you have a heart connection with, and that's your heart teacher, and you just rest with that. You know, it's like, and no one can say they're your heart teacher. No one. Ram never. Ram, you know, he said, "I've never told anyone that they're my devotee." It's you know, it's just it's simple. You don't owe anybody anything. Not loyalty, just thank you, gratefulness for any direct pointing that was useful. And leave the rest.
Yeah, that just what you said makes a big difference in how I'm looking at it. It's more like the one flower is not more a flower than another flower.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's all the same
Enjoy. Yeah.
in a different expression.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's deep.
And recognizing that it's you are that flower already. You are that same. It's like that which is looking through these eyes and that which is looking through those eyes is the same. There is no separation. There never has been. There never can be.
Whew, that's huge.
Mm.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Krishna. Swaha, and then afterwards Alexandra. So Swaha first.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Mara.
I come for a short grounding. I'm in hospital and soon I will get operated on a very bit complicated thing. So I come to calm down a
Good.
bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Even that idea of calming down a bit, even that idea of calming down a bit, leave it. Yeah. 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 Hi. Yeah.
Thank you for reminding. It's so fast, eh?
Yeah. Calmness comes and goes. Everything comes and goes.
Oh, I
You're
didn't
that.
start this operation. Sorry, it's loud. I love you.
Yeah, good luck with the operation. May it go well.
What?
Good luck with the operation. May it go
Yes,
well.
thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you.
Amazing that there's that technology around these days that you get, someone can help a lot of things that we at some point we couldn't do anything with. So fantastic. Yeah. Yeah, go and have fun at the hospital. Maybe somebody you there will your sense of humor will catch fire in somebody else. Who knows? Mhm. Yeah. Alexandra.
Eliza, hello,
Hi.
Peter. Hmm. I said, can I ask you something? I don't know if you call it a default or an old pattern, but in this resting, I feel like when some like really strong sensations show up, somehow this nervous system gets pulled into um yeah, just going with it. It's like the nervous system speeds up and I don't know if it's a protection mechanism, but something gets pulled out of something's aware of it, but something's just pulled in a direction that doesn't feel very pleasant. And I'm just curious what that I don't know, that old pattern or that old default is to go with it in that direction to it feels existential, like the survival mechanism.
Mm.
And instead of mm, resting as awareness, something strong pulls that direction.
Mm. I've told that Bhakti's analogy of you finally meet the beloved and you're in the bedroom and you're just about to consummate that love. And there's a knock on the door, and from the knock, you hear it's your ex-lover. And it's just from the knock itself, you can tell that she's upset, or he is upset and wants to fight. And then the question is, do you open the door? So it's a simple analogy, but it is like that. And it's like there's this pull to go somewhere, and I'm certain you've followed that pull many, many, many times, and you know where it goes. So I'm not sure what it takes to get to the point where it knocks and you just say, no, just not interested. Like, I don't need to know why, I don't need to know any, I just simply, there's no more interest in that. I've explored that, I know where it goes. Just thanks and no thanks. You know, not interested in that dynamic, that game, anything.
Okay, so is it a doing that, like a conscious doing to answer that door, or is it or a conscious doing to not answer the door? Like what is?
I would say it's like, there's using the analogy of maybe you're in not a well-designed kitchen. There's something that you bump your head on a number of times, and at some point you just you know you're not going to do that again. It's just it's not even a will. It's just like somehow I know where that goes. I understand it. Some ways it's trying to help or whatever it is, but just I'm not interested. You can play with that and just when that pull comes, just even if you say to yourself, thanks. I've explored this. I know where it goes. Not interested. It's yeah. To me, it doesn't seem like a doing. You could just say, someone comes up to you and they want to have a political argument or something like that, and you've engaged a few thousand times, and you see that there's no energy there anymore. It's just not interested. Totally welcome to whatever view you like to have. It's something in that direction. Because I know you've had that experience where at some point it just seemed like someone said something and something you wanted to engage, and at some point it's no, no thanks.
Yeah, and so many things like that have just fallen away, like interests, and it just feels so, yeah, there's the depth of peace has grown exponentially, but there's this one pull that still needs a knockout.
Yeah. Well, it's like if it comes again, consciously follow it, and look, I know where this goes, but maybe there's something I'm not seeing. I'm going one more time just to check it out. It's like I don't know, it's like anything. You've had a friend for a long time, and they've come to borrow stuff from you over the years, and every time it's the same story. They don't give it back or whatever, and you love them, and at some point it's just like, no thanks. Look, really not interested anymore. It's done. Not wrong for asking. I'm just not interested.
Yeah. Oh, I feel that. Can I drink you for one more minute?
No, welcome.
Thank you, Isaac.
Thank you.
So much love.
Rishi.
Hi, beloved. so much.
Yes.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Esther.
Do you hear me well?
Namaste.
Namaste. Susanna, and Shanti.
Yes.
Shanti. Yes, Susanna.
There is again and again it appears this how somehow there is an sensation in the body that's very pleasant, like no, I think that's what you called in earlier times drinking and kissing.
Mm.
And it's so enjoyable so that and the habit is not to stay there or to you know to run away from it.
Usually feels like it's something to hide because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Mm,
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bettina. Thank you for hosting. Thank you all for being here. Love, peace, beauty,